Welcome back to another action figure review. In this review, we're going to be taking a look at a 1/18 scale G.I. Joe Retaliation G.I. Joe Trooper. The G.I. Joe Trooper was released in the first wave of figures for the G.I. Joe Retaliation line in 2012. This figure was also available for the first wave of G.I. Joe Retaliation figures in 2013. Here's a photo of what the figure looks like inside the packaging, because they don't have the packaging because these are older figures, but I think they're well worth the review. There was actually two versions of this action figure released. You could get the brown version, which you see in front of you. Everything that's brown is actually blue on the second version. And you can get the blue version, as I said, which we'll be reviewing today. Here is a product shot of the tan version. Tan or brown, whatever your preference is. And this is the blue version just for comparison, which we will be reviewing today. These are really awesome figures, so let's get started. So here they are. This is my team of G.I. Joe Troopers from the Retaliation movie. I have, 7 in my team. I have a 6 for my squad of just troopers, and then it does come with an alternate head, which I use as an individual character because I do love the mohawk look on action figures. So let's go ahead and take a look at the figure. These are really cool figures. Very nice. They're basically a green body figure. They have a black tactical vest, a blue scarf, or it could be brown, depending on which version you picked up. And they have a blue metallic visor, black gloves, and black shoes. Pretty universal for a army trooper. Here's the back of the figure. It's really good. I love the sculpt work and the pants and the arms. It makes it look like, the clothing is actually there. It's really decent. Down here we do have the pants going over the shoe. Looks really cool. So basically, obviously, what do you guys think these resemble? Obviously Halo Troopers, right? Or Master Chief, maybe. For me, I just basically call this team my Halo team. You have an Alpha team, a Bravo team, Charlie team, Delta team, etc. So now I have for H, I have a Halo team. So, looks very good. And that is my squad leader. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at some of the sculpt work. Here in the head, nicely sculpted on the side of his mask, helmet, some pouches on his arms, there's a device here on his wrist, on both wrists. I'm kind of on the fence if we want any more color added to this figure. Maybe on the device here, that's about it. Get too crazy, take away from the army green look. So let's going to take a look at some articulation for the head. It doesn't look down, a little bit up, a tad bit side to side. His head will turn sideways, as you would expect for a human, or it will go all the way around if you wish, but the helmet kind of hits the scarf. You could always force it if you wanted it. It goes a little farther that way just because of the way the scarf is sculpted. What was that tongue twister? Arms on a ball joint, rotate 360 all the way around. Did you go up? You rotate. They have bendable elbows, which also has a 360 bend. Get you very, very close to 90 degrees. That's good. It's very, very cool. The wrist just swivel 360. Oops. All the way around. The Doesn't seem to be any other joint on these. We have a waist swivel all the way around. If you remove the tack vest, you can get it 360. There's some chest articulation here, but the vest is on, so you can't utilize it. They sit fantastically. Split. They do have double jointed knees. This gets you a lot for a G.I. Joe action figure. Have a little soft ratchet in the knees. And the feet, they kind of pivot down. Pivot up a tad bit and back to stationary. Then we have a side to side. If you want to throw some ninja kicks with your trooper here. Very cool. Nicely articulated. A perfect trooper, in my opinion. You don't get very many troopers without individual backstories with G.I. Joe. You usually get the green shirts, and then you have these guys. Very, very awesome. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look at some of his accessories. First off, he comes with an alternate head. Face is painted very nicely. The eyes are great. Love the mohawk. It looks fantastic. Goes all the way down the back of his head. That's really, really cool. Here it is on the figure. And for comparisons, here is your other option. He does come with a lot of accessories. He comes with a sniper rifle. Just basically a gray sniper rifle. Looks really cool. Let's take a look and see how well he holds it. Okay, here he is holding the sniper rifle. Pretty good. Due to the lack of bend ratio in his elbows and his lack of articulation in the wrist, he can't really get his rifle up to his shoulder for looking down the sights. But that's pretty much the only flaw on these figures, in my opinion. Here's his assault rifle. There's a large handle on the back. His ammo clip going in the rear of the stock, which is interesting. He has a grenade launcher under the bottom. I do like this design. It's pretty cool. The only thing about the weapons he has, kind of have this little gap here. Can make it a little difficult to put the weapon in his hand. But, you know, it's doable. It's not too irritating. And here he is holding the assault rifle, no problem. Looks super cool. This is probably my favorite out of the 3 weapons that it comes with. And then it comes with this little second grenade launcher. All the weapons are done in a gray plastic, so they match. Here he is holding the grenade launcher. He holds his weapons pretty good. Okay, it also comes with 2 knives. There are 2 different sculpts. Can we hold these things so you guys can see them? Let me try that. Okay, so there's the 2 knives, and it comes with a case. There's like a double sleeve knife case that goes on his belt. Just throwing that in there because it's also a small piece, and it just has a pay on the back. And these do fit relatively nice inside the actual sleeves. No problem. As you can see on this knife here, actually has 2 holes drilled into it. Very nice detail. And this simply goes on to your figure's belt right there. It's just a peg. You can bring it on, push it right on. You can have it towards the back, you could have it towards the front. It does spin to wherever you would like to have it. Kind of a quick attachment. Very, very cool. So the next piece we have is a blue half cloak. This just kind of goes on the side of the figure, like so. And it sits relatively nicely. Okay, so I probably should have used the other figure because he has a helmet I'm going to show you guys. So we'll use the unmasked version. Just got to get that piece around his other shoulder there. That's how he looks. And then he comes with this blue gas mask, red visor. It's really, really cool. So, I mean, if you wanted to build an army of guys like this, you could just use this helmet so you can't see the face. And that's how that looks. And then remember, these 2 parts come out, and his neck scarf is a tan or brown version of these figures if you are in the market for them. I had both at one time. I kind of went with the blue because I wanted the unison look and kind of sold my tan versions. You see the back of the helmet doesn't sit all the way down, but it does cover the face pretty good. So it comes with 4 pistols. It has more of a automatic and two automatics make basically 2 revolvers. As you can see here, they look really, really good. And here he is holding those 2 small automatic, just for reference in our video here. He holds them very nicely. These are very small, and probably just like the knives are prone to being lost if you're not very careful. That's very cool. And here he is holding those revolvers. I'm guessing these revolvers are a very high caliber pistol, maybe like for example, a 357 or a 50 caliber shell. Just because of the sheer size of those things, they look pretty wicked. He also comes with this orange spade or shovel. It is definitely painted. You can see there's a peg on the back, and I'll show you why shortly. So the last accessory it comes with is this backpack. Here's the back of it. Nice long peg on it to get through that blue thing. Blue cloak, half cloak. This is the front. Now this is probably like one of the best features for these figures, let alone this sculpt and the collectability, army building of this figure, that you can pretty much carry all of your gear that I just showed you. So first off, with that orange peg, or that peg and this orange shovel, goes right in here. This pegs right on, stays really nice. This backpack. And then we take the 2 smaller pistols. One goes there. And one goes here. And one goes here. And then one goes there. But that's not all. Let me show you real quick, just because while we have it on here, how easy that is to put on, even with the cloak. Does not fall off. Nice and snug. So this will give you an idea what it looks like with the cloak on, regardless of the head sculpt. So let me move on. This is not all. So if you take off this, that can be stored right here on his helmet, on the back of his backpack. And that's not all. And then you can simply just start storing his three right guns. So these are slots here. You can put the handle in, and you can put, well, let's do the sniper rifle because it's larger. Sniper rifle. Tongue twister again for some reason today. Look at all that gear. That's really incredible. That's awesome. And then obviously you can put his other gun in his hand if you don't knock everything off, like so. I'll do that behind camera. Hold on a second. And there he is. Pretty much holding all his gear. The only thing you cannot carry is that head. I'm going to call it the Halo helmet, just for reference. So you can't carry that. And as I probably can see, a question is that Halo helmet does not fit on that pig that holds that blue mask. So yeah, they're pretty awesome. These cost, when they came out, they were like $10, I think, which was a great value back then. And today you can still pick them up on eBay or Amazon. I think I've seen them. Cheapest is $26, I believe it was. So I just had a big crash here. So these are very, very cool figures. Highly recommend them. Hope you guys enjoyed this review so far. Let's do a couple of quick comparisons of a couple of Halo figures. So obviously here's Master Chief. He's definitely taller because he's 7 foot tall. But they scale perfectly with him. Let's do this as these guys are still standing. Looks fantastic. Here he is with one of the UNSC Marines. He's just a tad bit taller. The Joes are just a tad bit taller than the Marine itself. And here he is with the new Sniper UNSC Marine. Looks really, really good. Well, I guess that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys like this flashback look at this amazing figure. Thought it'd be really cool to take a look at my squad and to take a look at the articulation, just in case you've missed this figure. Please like, share, and subscribe to the video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in our next review.